During summer vacation, a young girl named Emily went to visit her grandmother in a peaceful village. The village was surrounded by lush green fields, a sparkling river, and tall mountains that touched the sky. She loved the fresh air, the chirping of birds, and the endless stories her grandmother told her every night. One evening, while sitting on the porch and watching the sunset, Emily curiously asked, "Grandma, when I grow up, I want to be a strong and successful person. Can you tell me how to achieve success?" Her grandmother smiled warmly and said, "Of course, dear." She then held Emily's hand and took her for a short walk to a nearby riverbank. There, she picked up two similar-looking stones, one smooth and one rough. As they walked back home, Emily kept wondering what her grandmother was up to. When they reached home, her grandmother placed one stone in a soft patch of soil in the garden and placed the other on the hard, open ground, where it would be exposed to the weather. "Tell me, Emily, which of these stones do you think will change the most over time?" her grandmother asked with a gentle smile. Emily thought for a moment and then replied, "The stone in the soft soil will change more because it is in a safe place, while the one outside will remain the same since it faces harsh weather and strong winds." Her grandmother smiled and said, "Let's wait and see." As the summer ended, Emily returned to the city with her parents. The years passed, and she became busy with school and life, but she never forgot the question she had asked her grandmother. 4 years later, Emily visited her grandmother again. The moment she arrived, she ran to her and said, "Grandma, do you remember when I asked you about success? This time, I really want an answer." Her grandmother nodded and said, "First, let's check on our stones." She led Emily to the garden, where the first stone still lay in the soft soil, looking almost exactly the same as before. Then, she took Emily to the open ground, where the second stone had been exposed to the river's flow, wind, and rain. To Emily's surprise, the stone had transformed into a smooth, polished shape, its rough edges completely gone. "Tell me, Emily, which stone has changed the most?" her grandmother asked. Emily stared at the smooth stone and replied, "The one left outside." "But Grandma, how is that possible? It faced so many hardships, yet it became more beautiful." Her grandmother smiled and said, "Exactly, my dear. The stone outside had to endure many difficulties, the strong currents of the river, the rough winds, and the scorching sun. But instead of breaking, it adapted and became smoother and more refined. The stone in the soft soil stayed the same because it never faced any challenges." She continued, "Life is the same way. If you always choose the easiest path, you won't grow into the person you are meant to be. Challenges are not obstacles, they are opportunities. They shape you, strengthen you, and prepare you for success. Just like the stone in the river, facing difficulties will polish you into the best version of yourself." Emily took a deep breath and gazed at the smooth stone. She finally understood her grandmother's words. The struggles we see as barriers are actually shaping us into something greater. Life is an adventure filled with unexpected twists and turns. Just like in a game, the fun lies in overcoming challenges and growing stronger with each step. If life were always easy, it wouldn't be exciting. The difficult moments, the failures, and the setbacks, they all serve a purpose. They push us forward, test our limits, and make success feel even sweeter. So don't fear obstacles. Embrace them, tackle them, and let them shape you into the strongest version of yourself. Keep pushing forward, keep learning, and never stop growing. The journey may be tough, but the rewards are always worth it. I hope you gained something valuable from this story and will try to apply it in your life. Keep rising, keep growing.